ironically, while I had that seventh period free because I wasn't in sports. I wasn't on the basketball team. It had already started. I was off. So that seventh period, either I went home or I hung out. And I ended up with a friend of mine who said, "Hey, man, we got a singing group. Why don't you come join?" And I said, "Hey, I don't know how to sing." He says, "Well, your sister sing. You can sing." His name was Wes Tyler. And he was like my hangout best buddy. He was on the basketball team as we grew up. And we ended up singing like the stuff like, "It's a time for joy, a time for tears, a time to treasure through the years. We'll remember always." We loved the harmony of those groups like that. Four Seasons, I believe. And Annie came to me and she said, "I want you to meet these guys. They started a theater group called Dialogue Black and White. And they came out of ACT with her. And she said, they're in this show and I want you to go down there and audition." And I said, "Annie, I don't know how to act." She said, "Well, you better learn." And as my sister, Annie was like my sister / mom. You didn't say no to her. So it was a musical. So that's why she knew I could go in there and sing a song. And it happened to be for Oscar Brown Jr. Oscar Brown Jr., if you don't know who he is, was a great man in our culture. He been working hard on the chain gang, been working, he wrote that song. And Oscar did. Oscar could have been Sammy Davis Jr., but he was very political, So in those days, you couldn't be very political, But I didn't get the job, but, I ended up running the lights, sweeping the floor, understudying for everybody. I wasn't in here long, maybe 3 months, when I got the call from Oscar that he said to me, "You want to go to Broadway?" And I thought he was talking about North Beach, And he says, "No, man, I'm talking New York." He says, "Muhammad Ali is going to do Big Time Buck White." And I was like, wow, yeah, And not the whole cast, but most of the cast of hair cast at that time came with me to the airport. And we sang "When the Moon is in the Sun" all the way to the plane. And we was getting applause and everything. You couldn't do that now, but at that time you could. And I didn't even have an agent or anything. And people would find me through the union. And I would go to Lincoln Center to audition for the Bard or something, and I would get a lot of thank yous. Because I still didn't know how to act. I still was not an actor. I mean, I was a singer. And go back to what we said about the Orpheum when I was there doing that little show, "Do Your Own Thing." And I went across, somebody said, "Go and audition for the Negro Ensemble Company." I said, "Wow, Negro Ensemble Company?" I said, "Yeah, right across the street." It was like an angle. And I went up there and looked around, and I saw this guy walk past. He was dressed really nice, and I was looking at him, and he saw my face. He says, "Hey, boy, you'll be all right." And he had this deep voice. Ended up being Adolph Caesar. So, and we became great friends. But I didn't know who he was. I thought he owned the place, And I went in and I sang, I never will forget, I sang a Temptations song, what was it? I sang a Temptations song. Anyway, I got the job. Oh, that was a masterpiece. The offering was probably, it's probably when I graduated. When I told myself, yeah, this is what you do. This is what you do. And that's when it's that kind of piece. Mm-hmm. It's interesting that I call myself the accidental actor. Never had any idea I'd be doing this. And I really didn't. I wanted to be like a cabinet maker. My senior year in school, I taught one of the classes. The teacher wouldn't even come. He was like, "Okay, take over," because I was good at that stuff.